Okay, and we are back. So, moving on after the 99th entry. Oh, Hunter Woman. Ha! I feel at home. It's such a nice feeling. I know. The forest, where beasts lie, where every inch is someone's territory, where you may be attacked at any moment. Truly, is there anything more peaceful? You do you, Hunter Woman, you do you. We have 98th place. Hazard Hydro by Maverick, with a 5% time penalty, so we lost a little bit of score. Not as much as a King's Lair, which was a quarter, but still a little bit. So this one got an overall score of 52.25. We've actually gone up in score quite a bit since we've crossed the 50 mark. Already gained 2 extra points. So this one got over half in creativity, sorry, in design, but it wasn't very fun apparently. Below average creativity, really good aesthetics, and functionality is good. So this might be tier 8 stage, maybe would have placed normally, maybe tier 9, we've got one of each, so let's do this. Hazard Hydro, hey! This is Toxic Seahorse from Mega Man X3, the NES version. I'm almost 100% certain on that. And that's a song I really like, so the aesthetics also remind me of Toxic Seahorse. So another waterfield stage, essentially. You are so much larger than the ones I recognize from Mega Man 10. Hey. Oh, I really like the song, yeah. Ow. Oh, hello. Can I do anything with that? It looks like potentially I could have. Because I am still looking for a token here. So does water do anything to me? No. And it's animated! Nice job! Having water animated goes so far. It just looks so much nicer than if it were to be still. Oh, that was really cool. Did you... That's really cool actually. I'm not gonna go for that bolt. Did that enemy... Oh, hello! You guys, we have not seen you all contest. Oh no. I do like this stage thematically. I think it's nice. It's really nice. Ah. I don't really need that E-Tank that much, but I might as well. Hey. Is that jump even doable? I don't think it is. Ooh, no. I couldn't see where the platform was. Damn. Okay. Oh, it's up there. I see the secret. I can see the ladder. Which is impressive because I'm kind of in a tired state, so I could have very easily just not seen that. What on earth? That is so not worth it. Like, I'm sorry, W-Tank, but just no. I'm not sure nuts and bolts are thematically appropriate here, but they are here. And they certainly serve to pad out the playtime with your spawning animation. But again, I could just shoot you, couldn't I? But again, that's just not how I play Mega Man. I play it Buster only. Okay. Ooh. That looked like... Oh! Okay, this right here, that's a really nice change of graphics. That looks really cool when it's submerged. Okay. Oh, hey. It's the enemies that we encountered in the past, but they were just floating midair. Here, they're actually in the water, which makes perfect sense. This is how they're meant to be used. This is good. And shrimp, very nice. Still haven't seen anything that looks like it might hide a secret, to be honest. The only secret that I found was the W tank. Okay, is there any reason for this? No, it's just to make it look nice. Okay. Magnet. Oh, you pushing me away. Okay. Whereas you pull me in. Or do you? No. So you're gonna push me away, I assume. Oh no, you tried to pull me in. Oh, I don't like the look of this. Now you pull me in. Okay, good. Woohoo! Well, that jump felt very sketchy. What was down there again? E-tank, okay. Don't need it. No shrimp, we really didn't need it to respawn. Why are you pushing me away? Okay. I thought I was done for. Oh, this does not fill me with confidence. I still haven't seen anything glaring as a secret. Oh, we're outside. Okay, that looks really nice. I need to stop saying nice and use a different word. That looks really gorgeous. There we go. I really like how this looks. Ow! Now I understand why the aesthetics got such high scores. Can I just not... That's not the boss gate. Wait, I'm one hit. Okay, I've got to be really careful here. Does anyone fancy dropping a health? I'll be much welcome. No, of course not. That hit my ponytail! No! Okay, it may have clipped my hair. Seriously? This is quite a busy room, by the way. And I'm not sure you can do anything about those eggs once they spawn, so... Doing this buster only is actually pretty tricky. Oh, now you dropped health. You didn't feel like dropping it last time, did you? Of course you didn't. Oh, and there was actually a health pickup too. Wait, where do we go now? Down? I guess we're going down. That almost looks like a way to go, but I haven't had a checkpoint. Ooh. Wait, that's a... Oh, that path looks mean. That's a little single block. Oh my god. Rushing too much. Well, this one may have editing because not only do I not have the token, there's a lot of death. Ah, well, it's magnet beam time, I guess. No, it is not. This is going to be the one. This does not fill me with confidence, actually. That next jump looks mean. Ah! Okay, now it's magnet beam time. We've given it enough fair shots. And the fact I have to trek back through this entire room is not that good. This room has worn out its welcome, and so has the one I keep dying to. This stage was doing okay until it's done a split path, which is excessively difficult for some reason. Sure. Okay, so I just don't fancy it. And I almost killed myself. Nice on me. In fact, let's do this. All that for a token, huh? Wait, we're not even out the clear. You're gonna pull me in. I don't like the look of that at all. Yeah, no thank you. And I assume it would have come from the top here. I don't like the look of that either. Wait, let's do a longer one there. I almost jumped into the spikes without realizing that by accident. Wow! What happened to my HP? What? No thank you, guys. Okay, that last portion is very punishing. And there's not a single checkpoint in between. I mean, the boss is absolutely fitting. Yeah, I wasted a lot of time on that final segment, dying over and over, and I did get a token, so I don't know if there will be anything after all. The judge commentary will go for a while, so I will have a few minutes to cut, I suppose. Yeah, I was enjoying that stage until it came to the secret path, not secret path, but token path, which is, wow! Those jumps are very precise, and then the final jump, or final 2 jumps for the token look mean. And if you die, having to replay that entire first room over and over again is not that fun. I wish the checkpoint was right by the secret, or at least on the secret path, so you could just keep starting there. That would have saved a lot of time playing back. But, well, we got what we got. Hazard Hydro. It definitely did pick up the hazard in that part. Wow, that was punishing. So what did our judges think? Mick, 50. You know, I'm kind of amazed it took till Magmammal 3 for a bona fide sewer level to show up in the mainline contest entries. Anyway, Hazard Hydro is definitely a sewer level. It has water, water currents, spiders, fish, shrimp, an obscene amount of nuts and bolts, splash woman, and apparently a swarm of birds at the nearby dam. The water currents, by which I mean the magnets, make a halfway decent twist. The high cup and S's fusing with their pipes, I did not know that's the name of the enemy, but thank you, right from the start was a switch from the norm. And the design fits a respectable difficulty curve, even if the checkpoints are sorely lacking. There are also several sections where you aren't underwater at all, being more standard combat and platforming. I can see the benefits to breaks from the water physics, but there are also the most boring parts of the level, especially at the beginning. Otherwise, this is a decent water level overall, albeit a bit long. Unfortunately, that's also its biggest weakness. This clearly went to the Capcom School of Level Design and majored in wetness, because it's a completely by-the-books water level. Spike-stuffed waterways are a dime a dozen in Mega Man, and this is no different. About the only memorable aspect is the one time I slid through a wall and soft-locked in the ceiling, and also the general lack of checkpoints. Otherwise, this was just a plain old water level. Decently designed, but not interesting. I can't say I'm a fan. Shin, 50. I left the stage feeling a little annoyed, to be honest. Up until a certain point, this was a relatively inoffensive stage. Nothing in here stood out too much, in that it was neither amazing or bad, save for a few segments towards the end, of course. I'm getting a little ahead of myself though. Starting off, the stage is pretty simple, with some nice aesthetics to boot. Even when it goes into the underwater segment, there's enough detail in the background to help keep things from looking too plain. In terms of the actual platforming, that also starts off simple enough with water currents and a few magnet machines near the midway point. Maybe it's due to the tile set that was used, but it makes me think of an alternate take on Pumpkin's level. Either way, the platforming is all mostly reasonable and well put together. Up until the last third of the stage. Once you reach the outdoor segments, the difficulty spikes up pretty dramatically. While the outdoor segment isn't the worst thing ever, the surprise bolt-on and nut-ons can lead to more than a few cheap deaths by knocking you into the water at the last second. And then there's the underwater segments, which went from passable to everything I don't want to see when it comes to these types of stages. Extremely tight jumps with spikes / pits everywhere, along with a current that pushes / pulls you. It's a way too stressful and easy to die in these sections, thanks to the overly precise movement required. The token room is the absolute worst, to the point where I honestly would have suggested just scrapping it and redoing the room entirely. Overall, we had a pretty decent stage up until that point, but things got way too brutal, way too fast with those final few segments leading up to Splash Woman. Patchy, 61. Warning! Hydro hazards. Can't say I quite enjoyed playing through this one. While there aren't that many glaring level design flaws in this, a few factors kept it from being a fun stage to play for me. It did suffer a lot of fun score, to be fair. A lot of the enemies chosen here require too specific of strategies to deal with, e.g. the hopping cannon dudes hopping up to you if you shoot at the wrong time. The spiders that can easily overwhelm you if you don't dispatch them quickly. The egg rockets from the pippies sometimes launching above the ground level if you don't hold still for a bit. It gets too punishing should you screw up on any part. The long stretch with the swallow egg rockets and the nuts and bolts in the way. Where do I start? There's so much blue on screen causing the enemies to blend in, and the distracting background elements make it very hard to focus on the most hazardous threat at any moment. Tiny platforms give you very little room to dodge the eggs as you get pinned down by devious nut and bolt placement. The top path is impossible to hold onto because of the swallow birds getting in the way of platforming. And for some bizarre reason, Laser Trident doesn't destroy the egg as it hits the swallow egg, despite the level encouraging the use of the weapon due to the number of nuts and bolt enemies. The token room just after district is completely unreasonable, with the low spike ceiling and the magnets pulling you all around as you struggle to adjust yourself to hop across one tall platform. There's also the evil placement of the middle bunch of magnets immediately pulling you off the platform as you scroll the screen slightly. I was fully expecting Toxic Seahorse being the boss, honestly, but it was just Splash Woman bundled with ceiling spikes. What a deal! Flashman 63. I don't get motion sick too easily, so it's notable that this level leaves me feeling queasy. The background animations, which are everywhere, are way too fast, and those animations are probably why the level takes an eternity to load. In fact, most of my problems with this level are due to the graphics, because the arrow indicators are fairly subtle. It's not clear at a quick glance which direction the magnets will send you. Bottomless pits look identical to screen transition. A little more color contrast will go a long way. The opening stretch looks a bit samey. Underwater backgrounds and foregrounds are a smidge too similar. And enemies/projectiles sometimes blend into the background. I suspect the dam area was painted by Happiest. All this is a shame, because I love the pristine tile work, comfortably elaborate architecture, quality music choice, and focused enemy/gimmick selection that make this level feel like a classic series reimagining of the Toxic Seahorse. I also like the gameplay, setting aside some issues with slow challenge progression and checkpoints missing where they needed most. The challenge, concepts and difficulty arcs are respectable, power-ups are plentiful without being handouts, rushing water is consistently used well, the spikes in the boss chamber are a simple but effective twist, and I'm pleased to see the oddly skippable mini-bosses have switched to fresher shrimp. Tokens though, that tricky W tank should really be a token, and the underwater token in the alternative paths needs more playtesting. The only reliable strategy seems to be leaping forward on the rush bike and hoping for the best. Still, any design qualms I have are relatively minor. Fix the problem stemming from the graphics and you've got a solid level. And Ace, 51. For the most part, this level is inoffensive. It's your box standard and thoroughly unoriginal Mega Man water stage. It looks nice, it's fairly atmospheric, but sticks to the basics. It might as well be called Knockoff Pumpman stage. What changes it makes usually result in something much less interesting than the Mega Man 10 original. Because this stage felt all too familiar, the water current generators being introduced so late. Most of the level is spent fighting fairly basic enemies. That the stage shares so many foes with Pumpman certainly doesn't help matters. Honestly, there's very few talking points. But there are some. The side path being absurdly difficult for little reward is one. Seriously, what is up with that hidden W tank room? I didn't do it. I looked at it, decided, yeah, you know what, nah. And then there is the sheer number of bolt-on and nut-ons. There is a reason this enemy was fairly infrequent in Topman stage. They're just not fun to fight. You spend so much time waiting on an overly long animation to play out. The outdoor segment that combines them with Chillman bird bombers is particularly nasty. Alas, this checkpoint probably contains the biggest misstep in your stage, the singular trickster token. Not only is it the hardest segment of the stage, cramped with legitimately hard to parse underwater currents, making platforming between death spike haphazard at best. Serious lack of graphical indication for just how far the currents go make this a guessing game. The fact it's so far away from the last checkpoint single-handedly sideswipes a lot of the goodwill you might have gained otherwise. It's utterly miserable. Again, everything else is inoffensive and predictable. It's a shame when levels that nail the aesthetics are let down. Interesting how Flashman says they didn't like the aesthetics because they got motion sickness, whereas Ace really likes them. Interesting, but that's why we have 5 judges to get a difference in opinion. I agree with Ace here. The stage was pretty decent until I found the secret path for the token, which I gave an honest attempt multiple times, but wow, that token is mean. And I wouldn't mind retrying had I not had to go through the entire outdoor screen over and over, which in itself is quite overwhelming with the amount of birds. Let's just call them Pippy wannabes, as well as nuts and bolts, which, like Ace said, you have to wait for their animation. And if you're not, you're just using laser trident, which defeats their purpose, but they're still in the way. And for some reason, the eggs cannot be destroyed. At least I tried shooting them a bunch, but once they release from the Pippy wannabes, they just can't be destroyed. Overall, it's a water stage. I enjoyed most of the part until we got to the token room. I don't even know what the upper path looks like, or the other path, that's not the token path. But it's underwater and it's the final stretch before Splash Woman, so may as well be pretty damn tough. Also, it's the checkpoint I kept going back to is the last checkpoint in the stage, or minus the boss, which covered quite a decent chunk of the stage, so literally putting one checkpoint in the token room would have made this so much less frustrating and tedious having to go through the same screens over and over. That's really my biggest nitpick here. Not the difficulty of the token itself, which is hard. I'm all up for that. It's the sheer backtrack you have to do if you fall off a one-tile block while being pulled by magnets. That jump onto the magnets looks absolutely mean, and it may be doable, but whew, I run out. I got tired of having to go through the stage, so I just resorted to utilities. It was a great stage until that token room. That token room is definitely my least favorite part, as it was for many of the judges. But I did enjoy the Toxic Seahorse Mega Man Remastered-esque stage, fitting of Pumpman vibes too. Just wish the checkpoint was in the token room. That would have saved so much of my grief with this stage. Still, a decent entry and a pretty good water stage. Good job. I'm gonna call this video here because it's getting late and I'm getting tired, so thank you very much for watching and I shall see you in the next one. Till then, take care.